Ciao!
Good to
Welcome to
see you
our
tonight.
show. We're a little late, about 5 minutes late, but we're okay. We had a little technical difficulty, but here we are. This is Latino Psychic Visions, and we are coming live to you on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 on your FM dial in the beautiful town of New Orleans. And we want to welcome everybody. My name is Roger Garza Sr. I'm a psychic medium of over 19 years, along with my beautiful wife, Faye, who's on the other side. Say hi,
Hello.
honey.
Hi, honey.
So here we are. And we want to say hello to Kathy Hanley. Hello, hello.
Hi, Kathy.
Amanda Ward. Dawn Haddam. And Dawn, I got a friend request from you. I don't know if it was you or not. Cheryl, how are you? Annie, how are you? Good to see you. Emma Lorimer, hello. And our good friend Mary Erickson.
Yes.
Good to see you, dear.
Thank you for popping in so quickly. It makes us
See,
so happy to see you guys. And we hope we have a few more folks to get the show rolling. And we've
there's
got
Joe. How you
there's
doing, Joe? Good to see you,
Mhm.
buddy.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you for sharing, Mary.
thank you for sharing. So yes, she says it's from the other me, Dawn says, for when she's been naughty on Facebook.
So
Just every
Don, do
day.
I put you in on that, or do I
Yeah.
accept it, or what's the deal? I don't know.
Go ahead and accept it. Is that his question?
Yeah, is it really you, or
Yeah, it
is it
is.
Memrex?
It's her, but it's her other self, her, and it's okay, I guess. And hi, Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
Good to see
Good
you
to see you,
too.
dear.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
See.
Yeah. Yes, please. It's me. She says.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll tune you in.
Mm-hmm. More friends, the merrier. Absolutely.
Right, and we're waiting for more to get on.
Yes, we're gonna get a few more people on before things start to hop, I think. So,
You
anyway,
want to tell them what our subject is, dear?
do we have a subject?
I thought we had one.
Well, I can give you one.
Okay,
Should I give you one?
sure, why not?
Uh, I think we thought as well. You said I had one, and then you had another one. So should I do the one you wanted or the one I wanted?
Oh, I see what this was. Dawn, you wanted me to join whatever it was that you're in. If you're in jail, I don't want to join you. Thank you. Hello, Janine. Good to see you. And it is 7:05 Thursday morning. Holy moly, girl, what are you doing up so early? Kathy Hanley, thank you for sharing.
The topic you thought might be an okay topic tonight was what made you turn to a psychic?
Yes.
That was the question. For the folks that we are on the show now and for the folks who might be joining us later,
Honey,
what
can you get closer a little?
if you can't
Your
hear me so
chair?
well?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Am I better?
Yep.
Okay. So what is it that has what brought you to a psychic in the first place?
And don't say a car. That don't work.
A car?
Yeah.
Have you always been one to go to someone for advice as a psychic, or did it happen to you later in life, or did something happen in your life? Um, just kind of curious.
Should I tell them about my dream that I had?
Okay, which one? I don't know which
Well,
one.
this verified some things that I've been talking about. You know, we talked about different phases of death that you could see before they happen. And one of the things was, ladies and gentlemen, is that I dreamt that I was with for those who know who Anthony Quinn is, I dreamt that I was with Anthony Quinn. He was a little tipsy and he rolled his car over, and I pulled him out of the car. And then he was in my hands, per se, so I took him. I was going to take him home, and I said, I got to stop at this place. I said, my friend's getting married, and I just want to congratulate him. And he goes, okay, well, let's go. So we go in there, and he disappeared on me, and I was saying hi to my friends.
Of course, he's partying like Anthony
Right.
Quinn
Well,
would.
he ended up. I was yelling for him in Spanish, and he ended up answering, "What do you want?" And I said, "Where are you? I'm looking for you." He goes, "I'm over here." So I found him covered up with this beautiful a tan coat that he had wore, like all the way down. It was really, man, nice. I don't know what the hell. Oops, I'm sorry. I don't know what kind of cloth it
What
was or
material
whatever.
was it? Was it, well, I can't think of it right now, but okay. But it was a beautiful tan coat, kind of
Yeah, it was
a top
really
coat.
like one of those what do they call those sweaters that you put on? They're made out of. It
I
wasn't
know.
mink or nothing, but it was just a beautiful tan coat,
Hmm.
and he
Lynn,
had
help
it
us
on
out.
him. So
What
I had to
material?
pick him up off the couch he was laying on. I said, "Come on, we gotta go, we gotta go." He goes, "Oh,
Anthony
you
Quinn
bugging
drunk
me."
in a beautiful coat. That's
Yep.
funny. Okay.
So what I'm getting to, folks, if you remember correctly, I had stated that if you go to a wedding or you're invited to a wedding and you're at a wedding, whatever,
In
that
your dream.
signifies that someone close to you is going to die. And I've always looked at Anthony Quinn like a father figure to me. So when I was with him, the next day I got word that a very dear friend of mine, the family is the same last name as mine and everything, and the dad was a really nice guy. I mean, and he passed.
Hmm.
And I just, because I told Faye, I said, someone I know is going to die. Cashmere, that's what it was, yes. It was a cashmere coat, really pretty tan. But he was covered up, and I grabbed his coat, and I grabbed him, and I went, come on. And he was, what, in Spanish. But I took him to the car, and then all of a sudden, boom, I woke up. And then I had the unfortunate email that the mister died, and I'll miss him. He was a very nice man.
So, Lynn Fern said that she joined Facebook in 2016 and started scrolling through and found this is an answer to our question, what brought you to going to a made you turn to a psychic medium. And she said that she found Paul on one of his live shows, started following him because I loved his advice and help. The rest is history. Wow,
That's good.
that is awesome.
Hello,
um,
Nancy Moreno. Good to see
and
you on.
Mary Erickson answers the question, what made her turn to a psychic. I think this is what she's saying is, my dad passed in 1971. My friend's husband passed not long after. She asked me if I wanted to go with her to a medium. I was already thinking there is more than what I was taught about life and death. I went with her and my dad came through immediately. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's fantastic. Um, and yeah, Dawn says sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me
Yes.
answer. Azucena,
Hmm.
what saint do you use to find something? I bought some tickets and I put them away, and now I don't know. That's old age. Okay. You go call Saint Anthony. You pray to Saint Anthony. He's the one for lost items, okay? Also, call your tickets, call out to your tickets like it's a person. Where are you? I can't find you. I miss you. Tell me where you're at. I'm looking for you. Please tell me where you're at. And keep saying that over and over again. Bang, you'll find them. Hello, Daddy Lopez. Good to see you, buddy. Wow, that died out just like that. But anyway, our question of the day or whatever topic question, what made you turn to a psychic? I'm really curious to know. I mean, we don't have all the answers, but we do have some. And the reason that I kind of became a psychic or embraced my gift is that I know there's a lot of people out there that just need that one thing to help them get over the hump. And that's why I've been helping people since.
Um, so we have Dan Lopez is here. Hi, Dan. Darren Stokes says, "Hi guys, my name is Darren. Seen I've seen the number two in all formats, like two 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 two
It
two.
is a heavenly sign, yes, because I have my book of angels.
Okay.
But that's a good. Incidentally, Darren, are you any relation to Butch, my buddy? But here's the thing: keep the number two as a heavenly sign. Okay, it's like somebody on the other side is trying to reach you, or there's a connection they want you to get. You are related to Butch, okay? Yeah, I've known Butch since the Mystics, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, because you remember Michael's Mystic, honey?
Yes, I sure do.
Well, Butchie was the keyboard
Okay.
and the singer, and so was Michael. He was the guitar player and the singer. But it's good to have you on, Darren. We do this show at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Excuse me. Every Wednesday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then Saturday morning, we do another show called This Mug's for You, meaning the coffee mug. And right now, we have people from all over the world, and Saturday gets worse. I mean, it just,
Not worse, better.
well, I
You
mean,
mean
it
better?
just, we really get a lot of people.
A lot of
Yep.
fun Saturdays. So Mary adds, like Lynn, I was scrolling through Facebook and came across one of Paul's live events, and he immediately knew he was real. And he kept talking about his friend Roger. And I decided to check you out, and now you are stuck with me. Thank you. We're stuck. That's
That's cute. I like
one
that.
cute way of putting it. Yes. Yes.
But here's the thing, folks. Neither Paul nor I claim to be, like the ultimate human being or whatever. We do what we do to try to help you folks, and like Paul says and I say, please don't rely on us every day. Like I gotta talk to my psychic. No, no, no. Live your life.
Mhm.
Life has changes, yes. We sometimes know ahead of time what the changes are going to be. And you know me, I come out and I say, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. I make predictions and boom.
Mhm. So Emma says, I went along with a friend, and my grandmother came through to give me a message, and that really made me feel great to hear. Yes, it's life changing, isn't it? Um, I wasn't expecting to go to a psychic medium myself. When Before I married Roger, I hadn't had any experience with any psychic medium, and all of a sudden I fell head over heels, you know, in love with Roger, and he happened to be a psychic medium, and it has been crazy since. it's been, it's been really crazy. Oh, let me see what Dawn says. She says, I had a regression when I was about 18. I used to astral travel as a teenager. I've been looking for an origins reading. I followed Paul for years but lost touch, and he just popped back up a few months ago. Wow, that's fantastic. Wow, what a
And
gift
there's a
you have.
reason that you're to reconnect it.
We everything, and everything is supposed to have. I mean, this is not a coincidence that you people are on our show tonight, or that we've met each other, or that we ran across Paul ourselves while we were doing the shows. I mean, we also were all impressed by the beautiful guy he is. Um, Dawn
My
says,
screen
"I
went out.
oh, you did get. Is it your
No,
connections in there?
It just goes black, and then I got to hit the button again.
Okay, so Dawn says, I've not really had a proper reading. My story is a hard one to wrap your head around, but everybody has their story. Yes, and Dawn says, divine timing, Roger. Yeah,
It
it
is,
is. It
yes.
is all divine timing.
And why am I picking up your side? Like there's something wrong with your side. This
This
is
is
for
for Dawn.
Dawn.
Okay. And Mary says, what I really like about both of you and Paul's live events, it brings so many diverse, like-minded people together. The energy from this gathering is incredible and very inspiring. Well, that's
That's a
fantastic.
good way to put it. I
And
like that, Mary.
we do. I mean, these shows not just are about what the psychic says; it's about what you say. You have all brought so much to our shows, and I am always impressed by what I hear and what I see from you all. Um,
Well,
so
it's like when we talked, Paul and I talked about the different animals and what they represented. Remember that?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him about the black crow that
Oh, I
represented
know.
death, and he.
Oh, death, 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 death,
But see, that's
and
what I experienced.
and your dreaming was about death. I mean, I was kind
Yeah.
of into thinking about you had a time with Anthony Quinn. How exciting that is! And I mean,
But I took him to the wedding, and the wedding is death.
but there were so many other things in the show too, like or in the dream too. Like his coat was so impressive too.
Right.
What does
But
that mean?
but here's the thing. I like I said, I've always looked at Anthony Quinn like my father,
Oh, okay.
the
So he's
father
pretty iconic.
figure. The
Besides
man who
being
passed away, I can't
okay,
say his name, but the
right.
man that passed away had the same last name as me, but he was also a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
And he was close, like I was a close friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I looked at it all.
Okay. Dawn says lots of sanding today. It affects my right side, like I've had a good gym workout. I think you were sanding the other day too, weren't you? I think Roger was seeing that like on
Well, I was
Saturday.
picking up her side. There's something wrong with her side.
Okay, so Dawn says, I don't believe in death, I believe in transmutation. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, there's with death, it's just another life, isn't it?
Well,
When we die, it's just we could
here's
become another
what she
life.
means by transmutation is you're here 1 minute and you're over there the next,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, I
But your
think
body, the unit itself
right,
dies, not
right.
the spirit.
We're talking about the same thing, really. Lynn says Roger was on the same lives as Paul, and that is how I got to know Roger. And joining your shows too. I have been watching your shows since you first started. I know, Lynn, and you're still here.
Wow.
That's just fantastic.
Are you a glutton for punishment, lass?
Oh, it is.
I had to
Oh,
throw that in there.
oh boy. Oh, there's Debbie. Debbie from Grafton, North Dakota.
Hello, Deb.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes, it's good to see you. I know this is kind of an odd hour for folks who are in the central
Yep.
time because if you want to watch it after work, then you can't because work lasts until 5 and we're on at 4. But anyway, we're so glad that you still can make it to our shows. All right, so Janine says, I was told by an angel to come and see you until you showed a photo of yourself, and I said you looked like Freddie Fender, and he is my angel. I talk to him all the time. Wow, that's Janine.
Yep. And he was a cousin.
Yes. Well, there's Debbie Scarston, Aslison. Remember Debbie?
Yep, Deb.
Here
It's been
she
a
is.
while.
It's been a little while. Hi, how are you, Debbie? Good to see you.
So
Now,
those that have just popped on, we're talking about what made you turn to a psychic. How did you get connected?
yeah.
Whether it be with Paul, myself, or somebody else,
What was the event? Is there if there was an event? And I just want to warn people. Um, I want to warn. Okay, before I warn people, Lynn says that's exactly what I was going to say. That I am definitely a glutton for punishment, and have suffered all this time. You really are a glutton for punishment.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Glad to
That
have you
is
here.
really funny.
So, in case on Facebook, it seems to happen a lot when, and there seems to be like 11 people over there. I'm looking that are watching us on Facebook, and
Let
it
them know
seems,
how to get here, on.
what it might be in your best interest, because there might be hackers who kind of stalk us over there on
Right.
Facebook. And if you don't want to be hacked, or not hacked, they're not really hacking you, they're just bothering you. Why don't you join us on YouTube? Type in in the on your browser, YouTube, Roger Garza Sr. Psychic, and go to our live show. And hopefully, you will not be bothered by these crazy stalkers.
Just go to
And
YouTube. You'll see my name, Roger Garza Sr., and it says Psychic.
Psychic.
Hit that, and bang, it'll bring you over here.
Chen, I saw that you are there, and Debbie Scarston is
Yep.
there,
Deb, get off that.
and so if you can, if you just go Google and go to YouTube, Roger Garza Sr. Psychic, and look at the live stream. We're streaming live right now, and hit the little bell button.
It'll
So
say
that way,
Latino Psychic Visions show, so hit that.
yeah,
And
the bell button, when you get in there, you'll be able to subscribe. That will be subscribing to us, and you'll be able to be,
you'll get notices.
you'll get here quicker.
Yep.
So, anyway, but
All right.
otherwise,
So, Debbie says, my mother died, and before she died, she was reaching out to something that we couldn't see. We
and
believe
she's,
it was my dad. And usually 9 times out of 10, here's the way it is, folks, so you know. When and I'll just hypothetically say this, when you're going to pass yourself, you will see somebody from the other side, and they will be your greeting committee. And a lot of times people reach out because the other side is pulling them over. I know it
yeah,
sounds goofy, but it's
no, it
real.
doesn't. You know what? I saw my former mother-in-law doing that, and it was quite the deal. And so Debbie, okay, and here's Joni. Joni McCloskey is here. How
How
are
are you,
you?
dear?
And P. Chan is here as well. Good
Hi,
afternoon
P.
to you.
Chan. The whole thing is we're talking about right now, folks, is what made you come to a psychic? Why did you go to a psychic? What was the connection? What were you searching for?
And Darren's asking, will I take that as a positive sign or some sort of warning? Is my mother trying to tell me something from above?
Darren, I'm picking up the name, I want to say Laura. I don't know who this is. And mind you now, they don't have to pass over. They could still be alive. But I'm picking up the name off of you, Laura.
Hmm,
There goes my screen again. Why does it keep doing that?
I don't know.
That is so odd.
I don't know. I think it's something that we have to adjust.
I don't know because it just goes black,
I
boom.
think if you move your mouse around every once in a while,
No,
um,
Darren, don't change names on me. Concentrate on the name Laura. I know maybe mom's name is Ann, but I get Laura. I don't know why I get Laura, but I get it off
Laura's
of your
coming through.
name.
Laura is coming through. If you know Laura, if you know Laura who's passed, sometimes when Roger does reads or spirit starts talking to you, it's not who you expect to be hearing from.
Right.
It might be an aunt, it might be a friend, it might be a friend of your mother's, it might be um, a whole other person. And you can't just push a button on Roger and say, I want to see my mother. That person will come through. It might be somebody else. It might be an aunt, it might be a grandma, you know. So, and Dawn says, you might, she says to you, Roger, you remind me of a fatherly energy, Roger. As soon as I saw you on Paul's show, I felt it. Aw.
Thank you. I will take that
That's
as a very
that's
dear compliment. Thank you.
yeah.
But I got no money. You can't borrow any
No,
money.
there's no money. There's money. It's okay. So
Charlene McPeak.
hello, Carlene.
Carlene. Okay, and she says, I'm sorry a little bit. No, you're not that late. It's
No,
only a
you're
half
not late. We're
hour.
just
Where
starting.
have you been?
We, uh, we just kind of got started. Things are just starting to
Yeah.
heat up around here. Debbie Halderson is saying, my coworker Denise DeSaltel had a one-on-one reading, and you hit spot on. So I really wanted some questions about my brother's passing, which you actually brought through for me. Oh, that's nice to hear, Debbie. Thank you.
Here's the
And
thing, folks. When
yeah,
I do a one on one with somebody,
hmm
I never know who's going to come in. I never know what they're going to tell me or what they're going to show me. But only you know who I'm dealing with. I don't. Because I have yet, honestly speaking, I have yet to meet all the people that are on the screen right now.
right.
So once I do meet you, I'm sure that a lot of stuff will be verified right
Whoa,
away.
it's really crazy. Um, Pichan is saying, I was searching for answers from my past, my loved ones, and why I was going through so much. And I think, was that Pichan your answer to, I guess, going to a psychic medium? I guess that's what her answer might be, right?
Yeah, Peach has been with us for a while now.
Yeah, she's really a lovely
And
lady
yep, we thank
as
you for
well.
that too.
Hmm
I don't claim to be the best thing like butter on bread, but the whole thing is I know what I know. And when I'm dealing with the name that I get from the other side off of your name, don't try to change names on me. I know, Darren, that you're new, but don't change names. Let me focus with Laura. And I don't know why I am, but that's what pops off of your name. Now, like I said, she could still be alive. I don't know, but I got Laura, and they're showing
So,
me what they're
okay.
showing me is mountainous area, like Colorado, that type of mountains, you know?
So, Darren, does that make any sense to you? What Roger is seeing, Laura, in a mountainous area is where that person is located. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
like Colorado type of mountains, you know?
Colorado. Okay.
Or as we say in Spanish, Colorado.
Yes, you do. It sounds real pretty when you say it. Carlene says she's putting her baby to bed.
Okay,
Okay. We'll try not to wake her up or
right.
wake the baby up. Look, so Lynn is adding, the reason I started following Paul is that I have been having a lot of spiritual experiences since I was a young child and wanted to know a lot more. I have learned such a lot from him and you too. That's cool.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
Hello, Lupita Prado. Once
Well,
again, let me
right.
refresh everybody. We are asking the question, what made you go to a psychic? Why did you turn to either Paul or myself?
Or both?
Yeah, or anybody else? What made
hmm
you go to a psychic?
Sure. Yeah. Well, you do touch into the other realm, don't you, Roger? So you do get
All
information
the
that not,
time.
and you do get information that really nobody, not a lot of other people get. And so you just kind of just know the stuff. You know what's going to happen. You know what to expect, how people are, how they
Janine
are.
Janine Williams from Australia asked a question. Roger, could you please let me know what it means when two butterflies come near you? For it happened to me on Mother's Day. Dear, that could have been like mom, grandma, it's somebody from the other side. A butterfly is a sign of a beautiful person on the other side. Okay?
That's
You were
wonderful.
very blessed that day.
hmm So, if folks, if you would just do us a favor, if you like our show, please indicate you do like our show, especially if you are on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook too, and also share the show. Share the show with your friends and family. We would really appreciate that.
Now, another thing I want to say, if y'all been watching the shows from the past, I had stated that I seen a split in the ground, like I said from the Appalachians, and I said over in California area too, the West Coast, and I said it will rip open 6 to 10 feet wide. Well, if you got a chance to see what happened in Africa, it happened there. And I said it has yet to happen over here in the United States. But the whole ground split 6 to 10 feet wide. Nina, finally! Boy, you've been gone for a long time. Good to see you, Nina. And our question, Nina, is what made you go to a psychic?
So I just shared the link, the YouTube link, folks, on Facebook. So if, if you
So
want
hit
to,
that link and come on over.
yeah.
Come on over to my house.
There's
Denise, hello.
there's Denise. Hello, Denise.
Hit the link, Denise, so you can come over instead of being on Facebook, okay? Okay, Carlene says, I lost my brother and granny last year, so I came to a psychic to see if they had any messages for me. Did you get any? I am hearing the name. I hear Les, but it's like Lester or Leslie, okay? And that's for Carlene. Now Dawn says, honey, let's go.
Every time I go in my garden, I am joined by a lovely, fluffy sparrow. He's very cute, but all he does is shout at me. I'm convinced it's my friends that passed around the same time the sparrow showed up. Wow.
Also keep this in mind, Dawn. Sparrows and robins had the tendency to lay eggs in the dirt. So be careful. You might step on one of their eggs, and that's why they're shouting.
So P-Chan is asking, Roger, does it mean to see someone cutting your toenails?
You know what, Peaches, honestly speaking, I've interpreted a lot of dreams, but that one I have never ever heard of. But if I get an answer for you, I will let you know, dear.
Oh, so Lynn says, is anybody having the same as me? I go to share and the screen shows purple, so no show, just blank purple. Oh, I apologize for that.
Well,
I
keep
don't
this
know.
in mind, folks. Latino Psychic Visions, the page was hacked and cloned. It's not me asking for a friend
No,
request.
I
I don't
this
do that.
that's she's talking
I
about
know what she's talking about, but I want to also to know about that.
okay. All right. So I don't know. I guess I don't know what to tell you.
There, my screen just went dark. See?
No, you're still there.
Well, I know camera wise I am, yes. Now,
Yes.
Nina says, I was looking for a way to help my brother years ago. And down here she says, now I'm afraid to listen to you for fear I may not like what shows up. Laughing out loud. I can't help what shows up, or what they tell me. But
And
who
so
was it that I said the name Leslie or Lester? I got that. Oh, I think it was Carlene, yes. You want to read what Kathy says?
yes, like Lynn, I have been having a lot of spiritual experiences since I was young. It wasn't until my husband passed that I have been looking for more to my life.
The more that you're looking for, Kathy, like say you want more out of life, you're not allowing it to come. You're still searching for something for your husband or from your husband. You need to let go, dear, and embrace what's coming to you in blessings and whatever else. Embrace it. Okay? Carlene says, I don't know any Leslie, but please write it down. It could be Lester or Leslie. Either one.
Okay.
And thank you for sharing, Emma.
Yeah, she suggests that your screen has a sleep mode on it, and that's why it keeps timing out. So we'll have to
I don't
fix
know
that.
what that means, but
I
I'm
will
glad you
I
know.
will thank you. I will look at
Denise
that.
found it on YouTube.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, and I just checked the YouTube link that I gave, and it was working for me. I'm not. I don't
Nina, if you get a chance to go to
control
YouTube,
Roger's YouTube.
look for
So
Roger Garza Sr., and then it says Psychic. Hit that, and you'll come over here with us. Joe switched over to YouTube. Way to go,
that's
Joe.
fantastic. Yay! Now, guys,
Carlene,
just
it doesn't matter whether you know him or not. Please write it down. She's saying she doesn't know those names.
okay. So
Write it down and have it for later because it could be somebody for your future.
So while you're in YouTube, go ahead and hit the little bell button, like it, and hit the little bell button, and then share the show so that people can come on. You know, share the show on your Facebook page, and other people can click on the YouTube show, I believe. So,
Yeah, one of our shows we only had 6 shares, and I'm going, really? Really? 6 shares?
well, it might be because only 6 people were on Facebook or something too. So you don't
Well,
know.
no, we want more. I don't talk unless I
Not
get
that
more
we
shares.
Not that we check. Okay, so Roger checks. Okay, people. He
I always
checks.
check
He's
everything.
always checking you out. No, he doesn't do that. He's just checking to see if everybody wants to share the show. There you go.
Share the show and hit the like button. Don't forget to hit that button that says like, the thumbs up. Because trust me, they're watching us. Big Brother is watching us. I know that's weird.
You're weird,
Thank
but
you.
you already know that.
But once again, our topic or our title or what question of the day, what made you turn to a psychic? Debbie's here too. Yay!
Yay!
Make sure you hit the little bell, Deb, so you know all the time that we're on. And it'll link you right into it.
Makes it so much easier in the future because
Yep.
we don't like it that we're kind of encouraging you to do that, move from Facebook to YouTube because the hackers like to, stalk you on Facebook, and we don't like that to happen to
Carlene,
you.
thank you. She liked and she shared. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you.
And
Yeah.
Debbie did the same thing. Thank you, Deb.
Mm-hmm.
Now, please, like if you haven't answered the question, let me know what turned you to a psychic. Some of you people are searching and searching and searching, and your answers are right in front of you. It's like a guy, I remember this guy told my sister this. He said, you're looking out in the yard for someone to come to you. He said, and you don't see who's kneeling in front of you. And I thought, wow, that's deep. But he said what he said.
Hmm.
There goes my screen again. Goes my screen again.
Okay, well,
moving on
if you know
down
what
the
to do,
line.
then you won't have to tell everybody each time.
I
Okay?
just do it.
Yeah, good on you. I don't want to hear it again. I don't want to hear about that again.
Well, excuse me.
We don't want to hear about your technical problems. Just answer the questions, okay?
You see, Lynn, how much I'm loved?
We don't care if your screen goes black. If you know what to do to put it back up,
Jeez.
just do it, big baby.
Anyway, we're almost at the halfway mark, so I'm gonna be doing call letters in a bit. And we're not done with the show yet, Michelle.
Oh, she knows that.
And we thank Michelle for being with us and helping us.
Yeah,
She's
Michelle
such a
is
dear.
fantastic. She's so cool.
Yep. And those of you who are thinking, who's Michelle? Watch the show Paranormal Survivor. She comments on that show. She's
Well,
cool.
also,
Cool people.
she has her own show called Outer Realm,
Yep.
and it's after our show tonight,
Yep.
by the
Tonight,
way,
in
on
fact, right?
UPRN. Uh,
Yeah, we got to watch
this
it.
network, and often has very fascinating people on there. And
Oh, no,
we
I
have
haven't been on there yet.
no, you haven't. But the subject matter that they talk about just makes your brain go woo woo woo, just
Yep.
like that.
But
I don't know how
it
to
gives
spell
you
that.
the other side so you could see things. It's like I tell Faye, we watch a lot of stuff, different things, paranormal shows and all that. And I said, I need for you to know what the other side is about.
hmm So, Mary says, I was only 16 when my dad passed. We were very close, and I was grateful to reconnect with him. It answered so many questions I had. Yep.
Good. That's beautiful.
Yes. And,
You used it in the right way, you
right.
know?
So I was, Roger connected me with my dad too, and dad kind of shows up a lot. And sometimes some of the things I remember, I wasn't real happy with him. But now I understand that he is in another realm and he is so happy and he is, he is a free spirit and he is just having a great time. And I think he might like me. I mean, I think he might be might be proud of me for doing what we're doing on these shows, helping Roger with what he does and maybe having a little something to say about anything. um, I, I feel I feel better. It was life changing. It not just better, ecstatic when he showed up.
Emma
So
Lorimer says, I have a robin that comes and visits my garden. Is that a spirit come? Yes. In fact, listen to this one, Emma. You'll love this. There's a robin that comes to our yard, and every time I see him, I go like that. Well, now when I get home, that robin follows me, like he's walking with me, and he knows it's me, and I know it's him because I do and he hops along with me.
yeah,
It's so
Roger
cool to see.
Roger talks to the animals. He
Oh yeah,
does.
all the time.
He does. He talks to the animals all the time. And he talks to them in their language. And we had a squirrel on our deck that he would
Oh
talk to.
yeah.
And these people, and these squirrels, I should say, not people, squirrels come to see him.
I would go and then
Yep.
and
He
I'd leave
does.
little peanuts
Little.
out there for him.
Yep. So
I
Cheryl,
gotta, honey, not to interrupt, but I
no,
gotta say this one.
yes.
Cheryl Ann Moreland is on, ladies and gentlemen, and Cheryl and I go back years back. I want you to hear this, and I'm not doing it to brag. I just want you to hear what
Do
it.
you want me to read it?
She says, "Oh,
No.
you can read it, honey. Go ahead. I'll tell
Okay.
you what happened on that."
All right. She says Roger accurately predicted my brother's lung disease. I told my brother, and he died from lung cancer 3 months later. Now I want to know if you hear from my son who passed suddenly 6 weeks ago. No autopsy results yet.
Give me your son's name, okay? But I remember I was talking to Cheryl, and I said, "Do you have a brother?" That yes. I said, "There's something about his lungs." I said, "I don't know what this is, but I said, I think I see cancer. I don't know." So she had a talk with her brother apparently, and then the next thing you know, he died of it.
So, thank you, Lynn. She's encouraging folks to hit the like button. And as at the moment, we only have half the number of likes to the number of people on here. So,
Right.
if you hit
Let's
that
get
little
those lights going. Come on, the thumbs up.
thumbs up button, that will help. That will help us actually.
We want to say hello to Ronnie Huff,
Hello, Ronnie
to
Huff.
Travis Wendal,
Hello,
and
Travis.
to Herbie Lopez.
Very cool. Welcome aboard. So Herbie's on Facebook now, and we're just encouraging people to come over to YouTube, if you will.
All three of them are on Facebook.
Yep.
There's a link there you'll see that Faye put up. Hit that link and it'll take you over to YouTube. And then hit the little bell so that every time you want to come on, you could just go from the little bell. It'll bring you right to me. Now, Cheryl Ann says her son is Edmund Sidney Moreland.
Junior.
There's something about a tree. Cheryl Ann, there's something regarding a tree. I don't know if they found him by a tree, if he was leaning up against a tree, but I'm getting this big tree. Look what Lynn said.
Yes, it is a tough world. She says, I would not want any of my spirit relatives back here now to be in this awful world that we are all living in. They are happy and in complete unconditional love.
Yep.
Yeah, compared to where they are in a fantastic, fantastic place. And we are in this world and we are trying to do the best we can. I just, can I touch upon that, what Lynn said?
Sure, go ahead.
So, guys, that I do a lot of reading all the time. And this is my latest read, The Afterlife of Billy Fingers. And it's written by Annie Kagan. It is a crazy, wonderful book where she is communicating with her brother who had just passed. It is a true story. It is quotes from what the brother had said. I highly recommend it. If you have just lost someone, all these folks who are here today all understand the other side is real and does visit us. But this is a profound book, The Afterlife of Billy Fingers, by Annie Kagan, Kagan. You can also even just look her up on, Google her name. And some of the stuff that she has in here, I'm going to have to Google as well because you'll see. If this interests you, I really highly recommend it.
Okay, Cheryl Ann says he collapsed in front of his law office, which was surrounded by trees. I'm going to his head right away. And I think, this is what I'm picking up, Cheryl. I'm picking up that he had an aneurysm. That just like, poof. Like there was, I don't care how much you administered CPR, it wouldn't have done any good. Because he was like, just like that. What I'm picking up off of him, your son, Cheryl Ann, is that, or your brother, I mean, what he's telling me is he regrets, like, devoting all the time to his job. Like that was more important than anything. And he regrets that now. Because once you get on the other side, you're able to see what's going on, with other people and live through them. But what are you going to do,
So Dawn is recommending a read for me. I will look. I wrote that author's name down, Dolores Cannon, and I will take a look. Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you.
Yep, Dolores Cannon writes books that are a big blast.
Are they?
The Cannon, hello.
Oh no! I fell for it. No.
Yes, you
Please
did.
tell me I didn't. Oh my goodness.
Herbie Lopez is over here now. Good going, Herbie.
Yay!
And Ronnie's with us now too. Cheryl Ann, you need to click over to that link so you're here all the time now.
Cheryl Ann.
Get off of Facebook and get on
Just
YouTube with
just
us.
click on that link, guys. Just click on that link I gave you, and you will magically come over here.
Right, and then you hit the little bell, and the bell will let you know when I'm on, and it'll click you right over.
Okay. We have some highs to Kirby. So glad you joined us, and share the show, folks. Please share the show. We're having a wonderful discussion on what brought you to a psychic medium in the first place.
I missed the call numbers on the half of the hour, but at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock, I will do the call letters. I'll get it right. Don't worry.
You will. You will.
Okay, Cheryl Ann says I am on YouTube. You still have the
Okay.
Facebook emblem there. Okay, Mary Erickson says I swear I heard someone here laughing at that
At that
joke.
joke, Roger.
Okay,
The one that I fell into,
yeah,
the canon joke.
yes.
Oh,
Now you know what I've been hearing lately, folks. This is truth. I'm not gonna hide it. I'll just put it out there. I have been hearing a lady crying and screaming, and I've been hearing a little boy laughing. Where that's coming from, I don't know. Even here in the office, I heard it right as I walked in. I went, "What the heck?" And there's nobody here. Somebody I think is trying to contact me from the other side.
wow. So Mary Erickson says yes. Oh, that was to my analysis of her saying what she said. Okay, yes. Now we have little bookworms here saying who they like as authors, and yes, I agree. Dr. Wayne Dyer, Kathy Hanley. Yes, I've read him too. Mm-hmm. Big time. Mm-hmm. That's what brought me on meeting Roger. I think it was like all these possibilities in my life were coming to gel, and here comes Roger.
Okay, Lupita says what brought me to Roger was his cousin Erica from Pearsall. She shared his page when he was first starting, and you have what, and you give, and you have give good advice and reading. Okay, and according to Erica, there was over 100 people in Pearsall that I changed their lives after they talked to me. And I'm proud of that because to me that's part of what my gift is, to help people get out of their realm and put them in the light.
So I don't know who this Lisa Williams is, but if you folks would just come over to,
Where do you see Lisa Williams?
she's on Facebook saying, she's saying, Lisa Williams, send me a friend request, my beloved, for your private reading. Energy.
Lisa Williams, believe it or not, Lisa Williams, I don't know if this is the right one or not, but Lisa Williams, ladies and gentlemen, is a profound psychic medium.
But I don't think this is that Lisa Williams.
I know. That's why I don't know if it's someone else or what, but
Mm-hmm.
the one that I know of is like a reader and a half, and I'm not just
Right.
giving her all the glory,
No,
but
but I would be careful about this
right,
particular.
because it could be somebody else using her name.
So I can't blast that person out of here.
I did.
Okay.
Anyway, Ronnie says, been thinking a lot about my dad today. That is what brought me in the first place to a psychic medium. Your father. Okay. I don't know why, Ronnie, but I heard the name. I'm going to go with either Horace or Horatio. I don't know why I picked up that name around you, but I got it. Lizzie McLeod, hello. Good to see you on. Dear, if you can, get off of Facebook and you'll see a link that says coming to YouTube, or go to Roger Garza Sr. Psychic, and it'll bring you over to YouTube because we've been having hackers on, as you see. and then hit the little bell, and you'll always be linked in, okay? Now, Mary Lasea, hello, good to see you on. Hola. Debbie says, after my one-on-one reading with you, meaning me, I continue to watch because it makes my day so amazing to be able to hear from my family and friends that I miss every day. They're always around you, dear. I just bring them out. And Herbie says, I've always been interested in psychics. Then I found Roger and been here since. Yep, and Herbie's been with us for a while now. You want to keep going?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to blast that person away, but I couldn't. Emma, Emma says, yes, Lynn, I did believe from my first ever reading. And Mary Lasea says, my sister Nancy introduced me to your page and I stayed because I was intrigued.
Well, thank you, dear. And then I went to
yeah.
go visit the whole family at their house.
Yeah.
And I had a great time. And I got to
And
meet the daddy before he left.
Carlene says, is there any messages from my brother Darren or from my granny or mummy?
I need names, dear.
Yeah, Carlene, we're going to only do maybe one, so we'll stick with your brother Darren, I guess, but we need a last name, okay?
Yeah, I need his full name.
And Ronnie says she doesn't know. Horace, did you already answer that question, honey?
No, but please write it down. It's either Horace or Horatio. In Spanish, we call it Horacio. It sounds like it's got an O, but it's got an H in front of it.
So Carlene says Darren McPeak, same last name as she has. That's her brother. Do you have a message from her brother?
Do you know why he went down? I'm going to say like he either was clutching his stomach or his side that he went down and fell forward. This is for Carlene. I'm talking about her brother Darren.
So Carlene,
Like he fell forward, holding on to either his stomach or his side.
So Carlene, if you could answer his question, Roger's question, or not question, but what he saw, does that make sense
Mary
to you?
says, now I stay because I'm what?
I'd like to see if my father gives me a message.
Ah, okay. Okay. I haven't picked up anything yet. And, except for that one time when I said he's okay, that he made it.
And Dawn says she's drawn to both of your energies. I'm not bothered about the reading bit.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, these are very fascinating to me shows too. I've learned quite a bit in these past 4 or 5 years. That
Don,
we've been
who
on.
do you know that walked with the limp like a hop? Like bloop, bloop, bloop when they would walk.
So it's funny you were talking to her because she at that very second said, it's my daughter's anniversary of her death next week. I tried to keep my chin up that day, but it's still a struggle 18 years later. Her name was Abby Faith.
Okay. But I got somebody like when they walk, they would walk with a little hop in there.
Does that make sense to you?
And Carlene says she doesn't know about her brother grabbing his stomach or his side. Please write that down, and anybody that was around him at the time you could ask, okay?
Michelle
Mary.
saying. The other day I was asleep at night.
Oh, wait.
What?
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yep.
Michelle just reminded me.
Okay.
This is Latino Psychic Visions, and you're coming to us live, or we're coming to you live, on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 on your FM dial in the beautiful town of New Orleans, and I apologize for being late with that.
Yeah, well, I'm
Okay,
glad
Ellie.
you remember. Well, Michelle is adding, she has fascinating people and fascinating subject matters. And she is saying tonight they're going to be discussing the mysteries of Antarctica tonight with Brad Olson.
Oh,
So
wow.
please, I'm going to try to make that show. And
Yeah.
we highly recommend you catching her shows, The Outer Realm, which is both on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights
Yep.
around the same time. I think it starts, is it like, oh, I'm so sorry, Michelle, 8 o'clock? Is it then?
Yeah, I think it does at
I
8.
think it's 8 o'clock Central Time. Oh,
Now,
okay.
let me
Oh,
run this down.
Wobbly Wyatt, did you see that by
Yeah,
Dawn?
in answer to Dawn, I said somebody walked with a hat, and it's
Yes,
Wobbly Wyatt who
he's a
passed
friend
away.
that passed.
Thank you for that.
And did you see Mary Lycea's
Yes, the
thing?
other day I was asleep at night, and all of a sudden I smelled his cologne, and then it was gone. It was Dad like tucking you in, dear.
Oh, fantastic.
That's cool though when that happens.
Yes. Lizzie's asking a good question. Do spirits come through stronger after their passing or as time goes on?
It all depends. Like here, you could have a spirit go to the other side, and this happened. They go to the other side, and they come back like, wait a minute, I forgot something. But no, they can't come back. You know, it's like their spirit turned around and said, wait, I forgot to do. And they tell them, no, come on, you're over here. But it does happen, yes. And spirits will try to contact you as soon as they can. Trust me, they do.
So Don adds, his eyes were just as wobbly.
Oh, jeez.
Wobbly
That's not
as
nice.
legs. Oh
But
my
know
God.
that he's with you, okay,
Oh my
Don? I
God.
mean,
Don,
that's a weird
don't
way to
ever leave
describe a
us.
person, but.
Don, don't ever leave us. You are so funny.
Now, Lizzie, another half of your question being
Okay.
that if they feel they don't have any, like, there's no reason to contact you because they're over there already, they won't bother. Like, I had a lady one time that came for a reading, and I want you to know, for a good hour, I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to pop through for her. No, no one did. And I said, I'm sorry, I guess they don't want to talk to you. And she says, oh, well, she says, what do I owe you? I said, nothing. Nothing was done. So, I'm sorry. I apologize. She goes, no, no, no. And I said, they just don't want to talk to you. Hello,
And
Kelly.
hi, Kelly. And Carlene asks, okay, do you see anything else from Darren? Is he at peace?
Yes,
They're always at
that is
peace.
without a doubt.
Mhm.
And let me tell you this, Carlene, so you know, um, there is not ever, ever, ever a more peaceful place to be than to be on the other side. Unless you've experienced it, which I have, it's so beautiful and it's so, I don't know how to describe it. I tell everybody you need to go there. I mean, I don't want you to go there, but if you
If you
do
want
go
to know,
there,
you can read this book for one. It's a
but it doesn't
fascinating.
describe the vividness that I saw. The
Well,
the
honestly,
clarity of everything.
I know, but it comes close.
Yeah.
That's why this book is so good. So I really love this book. Okay, I love that book. So,
Look at Don says.
what?
Read what Don says.
Don says, oof, Antarctica. Now that's a big old can of whoop ass. Can I say that? I think I
Yeah,
can.
you did.
Okay. All right. So Nina's asking an interesting question that bothers a lot of people.
Now, Nina, in answer to Nina's question,
Can
she
I
says,
ask?
is it true when
Okay.
someone takes their own life, they go to hell? No. I'm going to tell you it this way. Number one, to me, and Paul says the same thing, there really isn't a hell. Maybe what I've seen, this is what I've seen. I've seen people that have taken their own lives and had to walk a country road per se, and all they do is walk this road, and it is so long and so full of people because I was over there and I met somebody who took their life by a heroin injection. They overdosed. And so as I walked with this person, she was talking to somebody else, and it's the way I saw it, okay? I'm not saying that, yes, that's the way it is, but that's what I saw. And we have another one that's here, honey.
Uh, Aomai, don't respond to this person, folks. I'm going to try to blast her out of here, but she is not endorsed by us, and she is a
No, we
stalker.
will report.
And Iomide, no, you are wrong.
So, I
Michelle,
hope
can
that
you get
helped
rid of
you,
her too?
Nina.
I don't know if she can get rid of her like us.
Okay, I thought he was there. This is Mary Lasea talking about her father again. I thought he was there to make sure mom was okay. I told you he already came for that. And they told him we're fine, thank you for stopping by. Good for you. That's exactly how to handle it.
Oh, I was lucky. I got rid of her. Iomide was blocked. Yay! I did it.
Now, read what Lizzie says.
Lizzie says, on my brother's about I have felt him, seen signs since a couple of days after his passing. He also comes through in readings when I've had them.
That's no doubt. I don't doubt that at all. Because they will come in to let you know they're still around you. Number one, they will give you signs. You'll smell their scent, whether it be like Faye's dad, cigarettes. Bang, when I smell cigarettes, I tell her, I think your dad's here.
I even smell the cigarettes, which is it's just started to happen. That's crazy. And he's the only one who's smoked in the family, so I know it's him. Okay. So Lupita says, does it take them a long time to cross over? Do they seem lost?
I'll tell you, in regards to what I've seen on certain things, like you could say they passed over and they went over there right away. No, there are people that I've seen, like say a serial killer per se, okay, or somebody who takes a life. And what I've seen of it is they are put in a cubicle that is no windows, no doors, it's just black, and they're screaming their lungs out to get out of there. Where am I? I want to, I don't belong here. Let me out, bop, 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 bop. And no, that's what I've seen, okay?
And you've known that it was because of a suicide.
No, not the suicide. That was
Oh,
because they took a life.
oh, okay. Oh, because they took a life. Okay.
Yep. Now, Dawn says total acceptance is what I felt when I met Source. Just pure peace, not guilt, no judgments. It jumped on me.
All that is gone. No judgment.
Yep.
All that is gone. Yeah.
Yes, that's because it's
Yes.
when they're over there, they're not judging you, you know?
No, no. Total acceptance and love. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Okay, Carlene says, I can see my other brother Lee holding his stomach. Could that be what you see? I don't know. I don't know which brother I have. Did Lee also pass? But I seen somebody holding their stomach or their side.
Okay.
Janine, we took care of that.
Yeah. So, Mary, should I say what did I?
Wait, I'm
Mary
over here
Lissa-
with Nina.
Okay.
Nina says, yes, thank you, because mentally ill people should not go there. No, here's the thing about mentally ill people. This is what my thing, and this is for Latinos that would understand this. My thing, the people that are mentally recharged or whatever, or, that there's something missing in them, and to me, I would give them a limpia, a cleansing, to see if that snapped them, you know? Also, to me, people that are in wheelchairs and they're all folded up and everything, that to me, in my heart, they're gifted people. They're like treasures. And when I see one like that, I always go up and kiss the head. Always. I don't make fun of them. I don't, ridicule them. I don't look down at them. Nothing. To me, they're special people. Lisa Cantu says she made it. Okay, honey, you
Yay!
can read Mary's thing.
Mary's thing was, I don't think there is a hell. I believe we choose to be in hell in this life. It's up to us if we continue,
That's
or
a
if we
good way to look at
or
it.
if we change to get to heaven when we pass. Well, we can be in better bliss
Well,
and
here,
happiness here.
our
If we
parents would always
change.
say, and the grandmas and grandpas would always say to us when we were little, and they would say it in Spanish. They would always say, "Pórtate bien," which means behave yourself, to get you to go over there. The more pure you are, the more you can go. It's like a blessing to go. I
Well,
didn't want to come back. I'm being honest, but
well, hmm,
hello, Richard Dearden.
I feel conflicted about what you just said, but that's okay.
No, go ahead. Explain what you
Well,
mean.
I just think that we are living a very tough life here on earth. It's, we chose to come back. If you believe in the karma uh, uh, theory, that we chose to come to this world, to this life, to that family, and are the things that have come up in our lives are, kind of what they're going to do because we had to learn something. And when we pass, we go straight to beautiful existence. Um, it doesn't matter what your religion was, it doesn't matter who you believed in. Um, your life here on earth is a challenge, and you just go from there. When you die, you become a new soul. Your soul doesn't, you don't become a new soul. Your soul passes, and you shed this body, and you get to have a wonderful existence. That's
Okay.
my take. That's my
All
take
right.
on it.
Let's see. Lynn says, when my mom visits me, I've always smelled Dettol
Disinfectant.
disinfectant. Okay.
Well, that she must have been a real cleaner, huh, Lynn?
And Herbie asked a question. Speaking of suicides, have you ever heard from Turtle? This is a guy that we know. I don't know if it's Turtle Garcia, Turtle Rodriguez, or yeah, I think that's who it is. His parents owned a store on Oakdale Avenue. The only store that I knew was a Gene Joseph store. That's the only one I knew. But I know I haven't heard from him yet. Sometimes people pop in that I don't know who it is. So,
Kathy Hanley says we are living in hell depending on our spirituality.
yes, ma'am. I will go with that.
Nina says, wow, what an interesting show. Love it. Good.
Thank
Good,
you.
good.
Thank you. Thank
Keep
you.
watching. And Carlene
And
says,
Carlene says, no, he's alive. The one that grabbed his stomach. Okay. Either way, I seen a brother grabbing his stomach. Okay. I don't know what is wrong with him, but I see his stomach is puffed out like.
hmm,
So if he hasn't gotten that taken care of, he needs to right away.
Debbie
Lindsay
Cole.
May.
Oh, hi, Lindsay. Good to see you. So if you have a moment, why don't you pop over to YouTube, our show on YouTube, and that would be Roger Garza Sr. Psychic, and I will post that again so that you can see that.
We got somewhere in the neighborhood of around 10 minutes left, folks. So
Hmm.
Debbie says, I think that would hurt my feelings if nobody from the other side didn't want to talk to me one on one at a one on one reading. But does that mean that the person being read has no unsolved questions? No. A lot of times, this is one in particular. This guy came to see me and wanted to know who the spirits were that was taking him out of bed and putting him on the floor. And when I mentioned a lady's name, He goes, that's my sister. And he goes, what does that want? And I said, she could be one of them that's taking you out of your bed. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, and I don't mean to be rude or nothing. I said, but have you always been this way? You hateful? Oh, I just don't want anybody bothering me. I said, oh, okay.
Oh.
So that told me right there why she was playing tricks on him, you know, because of how he treated her. And he's calling her names and all that. Well, there you go. So it's like I said a little while ago, pórtate bien, behave yourself. It's how you act on this earth. Now, my brother, Lizzie says, my brother was mentally ill and a very special man. I was told he had an adjustment period when he left to the other side, but that he is absolutely fine, so I don't believe in hell for suicide. Well, it wasn't hell, okay? You could consider it hell if you're in a box, but this is for people that killed people. Your brother, in the other hand, your brother wasn't. His hell was his body, if you can understand that, okay? He just, whoever it was, a lot of times people had the tendency to take mentally challenged people and push them aside. No, find out what's wrong. I have the belief that there's a demon inside them. And I like to try to get the demon out. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my belief.
Lynn says, we are always equal to each other.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we all come into this world the same way and we leave this world the same way too. Yeah.
Sometimes not by choice, but we do. We all end up on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, Emma says, is there anyone coming through for me tonight, Roger? Emma, right now I'm not picking up anything. If you remember correctly, I gave you stuff when I was on Paul's show. And Joe says he's still here. Joe, there's something regarding either your tongue or your mouth. I don't know what this is. Okay, Mary Erickson says, my son's dad always uses cigarette smoke to let us know he's around. There you go. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, so Herbie's suggesting he thinks he might have been Morgan's off Robert or for Turtle.
I think Turtle was a Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. That was one of the nicknames.
Oh.
Danny's, not Roger, because there was Roger, there was Danny and his little brother, and I can't remember the little brother's name.
Right. So Lizzie says, yeah, I totally understand that we knew what was wrong, and he said the demon was with, so I fully understand his help.
There you go. Thank you, dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now people understand what I'm saying. Christopher James, how are you, my friend? Good to see you on here. And is there any message for you? Yes, get a new clock because you're late.
He might have been here all along listening, and he just decided to say hello.
And you're on the wrong page, buddy. You're supposed to be on YouTube, not on Facebook. But
you are.
It's good to have you on, my friend.
Yeah, I did post a link if you want to look up on the.
Christopher, I'm going to throw this at you real quick that I get. Somebody in your family or someone that you knew was either a priest, a bishop, because I see white and I see green with gold. They're wearing that deal I wanted to have made, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, but it's all the way to the floor. But I also see white, and I see the head that goes up like a point. No, it's not the Ku Klux Klan. This is a church person. Christopher, that's with you. Emma, you're so welcome, dear. I'm here. Has anyone come through? Janine, if I get somebody, trust me, I'll get back at you.
So don't pay attention to Alicia
Yep, we
Taylor.
got another
She's
one.
another hacker on Facebook, so that's why we want you to come through too.
Anyway, we're going to be leaving anyway shortly. I got to start saying the call letters. We want to thank you folks for being today. To me, it was a good, interesting show. And we came to you live from the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 FM in the beautiful town of New Orleans, which we will visit one day. We want to thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me come into your hearts and into your homes. And as we say every show, honey, thank you, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you Saturday. What's today? Wednesday. Don't forget the Outer Realm with
Michelle.
Michelle
Mm-hmm.
at 8 o'clock tonight Central Standard Time, folks. And then Paul's show will be on tomorrow. We'll be on with Paul, Spirit Quest. Let's see. Saturday, we have our show at 10:30 in the morning, and that's called
This mug's for you.
This Mug's for You. Man, I'm just like boom, boom, boom. You're supposed to send a friend request to
Radu Monet. Now that doesn't even sound like a name. Wow.
Stupid.
Oh,
Anyway,
so
we're getting all the hackers. We're going to get out of here. God bless you all. As we say every show, love everyone you can on this earth right now. Why, honey? Because love is life, and life is love. God bless you all, and good night.
Good night.